So what's going on, guys? We are here to check out the SandLand demo that just came out a couple hours ago. And first, we want to give a shout out and a condolences to the legendary Akira Toriyama, as I know that this is his work. This is one of the mangas that he worked on during his career, and these characters, this world, and this game is based off of his works. So we just want to give an amazing shout out and a condolence to the amazing Akira Toriyama. Let's jump into the review. So the game pretty much throws you right into the middle of the desert, the SandLand, if you will. And right away, I start checking out the visuals. I start seeing if I like the aesthetic or not. I'm seeing these other two characters that we have here in our party, and I'm already digging the free roam and just the environment of the game so far. So I decided to check out the camp system to see if there's any juicy details here. As you guys know, I love JRPGs that feature a camp system where you can get to know your characters and know your party members a little bit better. But I didn't see too many things there other than perhaps changing it from day to morning and night. And I have to say, speaking of the night, I'm really digging the night aesthetic of the game and its environment. I really think that it has just a nice visual to it. And I think the game's graphics shine even a little bit better during the nighttime. So as far as graphics go with this game, I mean, it's an awesome looking game for the aesthetic that it is. I think everything works. It's that classic, amazing, legendary Akira Toriyama style. You can see his influence all over this game. So Bandai Namco did a pretty decent job of implementing the world into a video game format. Now we're going to go ahead and go into some of the traversing that you do around the SandLand and the sandbox nature of this game. There are multiple vehicles that you can pick from, and I'll get into the editing system of these vehicles quite shortly. You can also run on foot alongside your allies and your characters, and there's a nice sprint option available to get across the map a little bit faster. Now we're going to go ahead and go over some of the vehicle choices that you have in this game. There's a battle tank, a motorbike, and battle armor, all in that classic, amazing Toriyama mechanical style. He was just a master of creating these type of robots and vehicle tanks. It just all reminds me of the Red Ribbon Army. So it's just a nice shout out to his amazing style. Now with these vehicles, each asset is available to be customized, and this is really the meat of the game here. You can customize the loadout that you would like your tank to be, even to the suspension, down to some of the auto parts. You can customize the way that you want your vehicles to run to suit your playstyle. So you can go heavy duty, all power, or you can go for a little bit more speed. Same thing with the motorbike. There's Gatling guns, there's different shotguns and things that you can add to the bike, and you can also change the bike's suspension. This is where the game will really shine. You can do the same thing to the battle armor, from using a melee attack to using more of a drill arm and things like that. So this is the meat and potatoes of this game here. Now, once you customize your vehicles to your liking, you are now able to take them out for a test run amongst the SandLand. This is where, again, the traversing and the sandbox nature of this game will really come into play. And this is really going to make or break if you enjoy this experience or not. The game does a decent job with the tutorials, but it's just always best to get in there and fill it out for yourself. And as you guys can see, I'm about to get ready to go here on my motorbike. One thing I have to mention about this game on a performance issue is the PC version definitely stutters. It's not my PC, so don't y'all be coming at me in my comment section, but the PC version stutters pretty bad for some reason. And especially when there's a lot of enemies or a lot of special effects going on the screen, the game will struggle and stutter a little bit. And it was really taking me out of the experience. But I'll go ahead and try to focus on the positive that I did experience. The gameplay is fun. I mean, it's very simple, even with the vehicles. You would think they would add a little bit more layer of complexity to it, which they can, but it's just a simple game through and through. The controls are simple through and through. You see me riding around doing a drive-by on some of these innocent bystanders that have done absolutely nothing to me, but I just figured I'd go ahead and hit them up with a drive-by just to remind them what I am about. So I got a little tired of the bike and I decided to really roll up in there set with my big old battle tank. Now, the tank is so far my favorite. It's just something about rolling through, just blasting dudes. That is probably my favorite aspect of the game so far. I really enjoyed the tank gameplay, as I wish more RPGs would give us this type of freedom and customization options when it comes to just going around in a sandbox like nature. Now, as far as story and things like that go, None of that's really present in this demo. I mean, this is just a 30-hour-minute demo where they place you in a sandbox and you just go for what you know. The characters are talking to each other, but some of the dialogue is just stilted and uninspired to me. Again, I don't really know much about this franchise or this series, but the dialogue between the characters are just, I don't know, they're really not for me.
I'm curious, who's the second strongest demon in your village?
Me? Duh!
And yeah, a lot of the dialogue is just kind of random while you're on the field, and they just spout these random like I would say encouragement or knowledge quotes, but I don't really find it comprehensive, and I really don't understand why these type of questions are being asked while we're all out on the field. I don't know, maybe they should have given us a story demo, that way we could understand the relationship between these characters just a little bit better, because right now it was hard to really focus on what these characters' connection actually were. Now, going back to the customization options, there is a tree or skill tree for each and every single one of your characters, including the main character. And as you can see here, it adds a little bit more to the combat. The on-foot combat is simple, X to attack, B for a strong special attack. And obviously, as you unlock more and open up more in the game, the character will probably become more advanced, and there will be more that you can do on the feet, as well as unlocking more vehicles perhaps, and more assistance from your party members. Now, speaking of party members, this is one thing that I wanted to touch on. I don't particularly understand what the party members' role are. I believe they assist you in some way, but at one point I was looking around to see where they were at when I started getting into a fight, and when the smoke came, they were just on the side cheering me on. Now, this is probably from my own misunderstanding of what this franchise is, but you know, I'm of the old school of that. I thought the party members on this field would help me out in the battle. Now, perhaps I do see that they help you when you get in a mech, but yeah. I mean, the mech gameplay is pretty fun. I haven't encountered another RPG that tried to implement this style of JRPG aspects and mechanical options since Dark Cloud. This game really reminds me of Dark Cloud. For my OG fans, you guys know what I'm saying. This game gives me somewhat of these Dark Cloud vibes, and I think this game has promise. I think this game has potential, and I like a lot of the concepts that this game is trying to pull off. I just don't know if the gel that can bind it all together is there for me. I'm not really feeling the last minute polish that was needed to make this game a comprehensible game, or perhaps this is just a bad showing and a bad demo for me. But the game is fun, it's simplistic in nature, and I really am digging what it's trying to accomplish. But some performance issues, some character disconnection, and other things that are kind of bothering me, it's just stopping me from wanting to be all in with this game. I almost felt like at one point, what was the point of me even playing this game? And I really did not want to feel like that, especially knowing that Akira Toriyama has a lot to do with this game in its world. So I really didn't want to feel this, but I have to keep it real with you guys. I don't know what the purpose of this demo was, other than to just show off the gameplay and maybe show off the world that they're trying to create. But I wish it would have gave us a better showing. This demo throws you in with no context, no backstory, no anything. Just go play, platform, and fight. And to me, in today's age of amazing games, that is not enough to make your voice heard. That is not enough to stand out in the world of JRPGs and RPGs today. You need a little bit more and a little bit more sauce on your products if you're going to compete. So while SandLand wasn't exactly on my radar, it still isn't quite on my radar from this particular showing. But I am curious to see what the critics will praise and what the critics will critique when this game comes out, and perhaps I'll even revisit the game if I find the time to do so. So wrapping everything up, the things that this game does well is the aesthetic is pretty beautiful. I enjoy the different vehicles and their multiple customization options, and the battle system is simplistic and easy to understand. But some cons that I'm just not feeling is, with this demo in particular, I dislike the disconnection from why are we here. There's no story. I'm not exactly feeling the synergy amongst the characters, and it's just really the performance issues on this particular demo were not motivating for me to want to get this game on my PC at least. This was just not a good performance showing for me as well. So all in all, I'd go ahead and give this game's demo a 7 out of 10. And that's a soft 7 because I just need to see more, and I need to see some more things improved upon. And perhaps if I get a better understanding of the story, I can appreciate what this game is trying to do. So guys, that is my SandLand demo review. Let me know if you disagree or agree. I love all perspectives on my channel. Be sure to hit that like button and stay tuned for more JRPG reviews and videos like this. Be sure to check out my other JRPG content if you are new to the channel. And I appreciate you guys for supporting CaliQ Games. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace out.